Boom.
Yeah, it came up.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, our Zoom broadcast from the International Sign EXPO is beginning. And we'd like to welcome our remote participants who are joining a group of members of the Illinois Sign Association who have been here for now a day and a half enjoying the events. So each person will get a chance to introduce themselves. They're probably all friends. We'll have a chance for some questions and answers towards the end, but we're planning to be here for about 20 or so minutes. So I want to have everybody introduce themselves and offer a bit about how the show is going. We'll start with Jim Bowen.
My name is Jim Bowen, and I am with All Right Sign. And the show's great. We just actually finished up a leadership session in the learning, and it was good.
Hi, I'm Tabitha Bowen. I'm with All Right Sign. I am very fortunate this year to actually sit on the International Sign Association Board of Directors. So it's a unique experience for me. Very tired, very busy. You're just trying to hit the show floor, visit as many vendors as possible, but then also we have other obligations as far as meetings and then also catching the education pieces, which is important.
Oh, go ahead.
Okay, I'm
Lady.
Sarah Workman from Van Bergen Signs. This is my first time at International Show, so I didn't know what to expect. And so far, so good. It's a lot to take in. It's great just to meet people and just to kind of see everything that's part of this industry.
Brad Workman from Van Bergen Signs. Also, first time at an international show, so just taking it all in, getting a couple education classes, and doing some nice face-to-face, meet and greets downstairs in the show floor.
Hi, I'm Dan Brown with Altech Industries. Get the unique opportunity to be on the show floor as a vendor and exhibitor, visiting with customers, and also was fortunate enough to get accepted into the ISA Lead program. So double duty this week with interacting with young professionals as well as working with customers on the floor.
And last, but hopefully not least, Henry Van Worken, Mirror Tech Systems, current vice president of the Illinois Sign Association, here, just like Dan, as a vendor out on the floor, as an exhibitor. Congratulations, Dan, on young professionals and ISA Elite. It's been a busy week already. I've been in town since actually Tuesday morning, participated in a networking golf event at Atlanta Top Golf. Saw people there from all across the country, so it just wasn't southern states, and that was a good way to kick off the week here at the expo. A lot of activity out on the trade show floor, a lot of educational stuff going on, but we're not lacking for things to do. We're just going from customer to customer and prospect to prospect, and there's a lot of great stuff happening on the floor. A lot of old friends, a lot of faces we haven't seen in a long time. A lot of handshakes, a lot of hugs, and it's just been awesome to be here.
One of the unique things for the International Sign Association board had put together a strategic plan that for the expo, they wanted it to be an opportunity for people to network and also to experience things. So there's a lot of things going on the show floor as far as fabricating, show offs. So like or showdowns, I should say. So they'll have a group of people putting together a fabricating, like a little box. Did you guys watch it?
Yeah.
And then someone wins first place. So that's a kind of a hands-on piece. And then there's a lot of areas on the show floor to network with your local association, besides just the exhibitors.
I think it's been fun to take opportunities to look at the education piece. Coming into it, not being here, you get you're torn between, spending time on the show floor, but then like you're rushing to get to the class on time. But I think it's been good. The classes that I've taken have been good. We sat in what did we sit in yesterday? I think like a long time ago already. Leadership. I was with you guys this morning, the leadership one.
Oh, nice.
What did we?
They can't hear us, right?
Oh, we sure can. Hi, Christy. Hi, Sam. We sure can.
Yes, we can. Muted. Sorry.
So no, it's been good, and we have another class this afternoon, and yeah, I'd like to, I'm not short on things to do.
You're running from one event to the next, and I was fortunate to have breakfast with the elite this morning and was able to network with some of the young professionals that are coming into this year's program, and it's always fun to see those who are going to be taking up the committees and the future of the ISA.
And for those of you back in Illinois, wondering about the weather down here, yes, it is hot. Today is going to be 91. Yesterday was in the upper 80s. It rained, a little humid. So it's a little departure from what we've been used to. Spring is already here. The trees are all bloomed. The flowers are done. So, definitely warmed out here. And while it's fun being down here, it'll also be fun to get home and then cool off a little bit too. So.
And for us exhibitors, I mean, we're close to 400 exhibitors on the show floor and well over 5,000 attendees. So, and they are keeping things, well monitored and safe. I've seen when walking onto the show floor, if you're experiencing any symptoms, there is a medical area where you can go up and get attention. So definitely doing it safe. And I think we're all just relieved to be together in person again.
I'll say as an exhibitor, I guess I didn't know what kind of expectations to have coming into the event. I guess I expected it to be somewhat subdued relative to previous years, but I've been kind of blown away by the attendance and the number of customers that came to our booth and chatted with us, people that, over the last several years have lost touch with because of COVID, and just a lot of folks that I didn't expect to see here and kind of just popped out of nowhere, and it's been great to see those, those faces again. So honestly, it just felt like ISA in 2019, and you haven't skipped a beat. So.
Yeah, it's like that old friend that you can just pick up right where you left off. That's how it felt. And everyone's saying, it's kind of like stretching our muscles again. Our feet hurt, our voice is going out. We forgot that this is how it is when you go to these big shows.
So for those of you who've done educational seminars, what type of seminars have you gone to?
Oh, I did this awesome one yesterday. It was about second chances, and Hopwood, I'm not sure his first name, but it was all about second chances. The man had robbed a bank 5 times, was incarcerated for 12 years, and now is a lawyer. And it's an incredible
I thought you were saying you owned a sign company.
Yeah. Although Lori did say that she knew that you would be relatable to our group.
Can actually.
Lawman is his book, so if you're interested, get the book. It was an incredible 1 hour speech.
We had one on project management, and with was it Mike McCarthy? He was great. He had real nice down to earth kind of presentation, just practical knowledge. Like just be honest and upfront. You're going to have setbacks, and then just kind of it's how you handle the setbacks and how to communicate with your customers,
Sure.
and just don't hide it from them. It's going to happen. Prices are up and down. I can't do anything.
Communicate early.
Yeah. So it was kind of nice to reinforce some stuff and pick a little tidbit out of there.
Dan, I think you were going to say something. I kind of cut you off there.
Oh shoot, I've lost my train.
The train went off the tracks.
One of the things that warms my heart is going to a big show like this. You're like, oh wow, this industry is so big and it's so impressive, and it's really fun and energizing to be part of something so big. But you also meet so many people like you. So we have husband, wife, husband right here. And it's nice to know there's lots of other small sign shops, family owned, family operated. So you can really talk about some relatable subjects, like of the struggles and the frustrations that you face. So it's just really nice.
I think,
Manage the networking.
yeah, I think along that line too, it's like you realize sign people are just normal people. Like there's nothing, not many flashy people, not many people. Like you just feel like you're comfortable with most any of them. Exactly. Yeah.
Kind of to your point, it seemed like a big industry, but because of the way everybody's connected, it's a rather small industry at the same time, so it's kind of funny how that works.
It is. Fun.
You know, one thing I found interesting as I guess a vendor or an account manager is I'm always selling to you guys as sign companies, customers. But one thing that was unique with the Elite program is hearing the sign company, employees talk about struggles you're having with pricing and cost and conversations that you're having with your customers. And it was kind of refreshing to hear because, I'm experiencing the same thing with you guys. And you guys understand those struggles as well. So it was nice to hear that, hey, we're all kind of on the same page, same team, so to speak, and going through the same problem, regardless of whether or not I sell bucket trucks or you guys sell signs and your signs. So that was, I guess, reassuring to me that definitely a takeaway.
So beyond the networking, have any of you seen anything cool, new technology, something on the floor that struck you so far?
It's new technology, but I forget what booth we were at, but I don't know where booth we were at, but something caught my eye, which is very much in my wheelhouse. A lot of interior signage work, and I just saw an ADA sign and a floor plan, and I looked for this vendor. I wouldn't have known what they, but I walked right over and you are speaking my language. So it was something, it's nice to stumble across.
Sure.
Some people that maybe, you have your people that you think you want to go see, but it's nice to be able to kind of see the people that you aren't even aware of and the services they offer, the products they offer. So that's been good.
Well, it's something even, it may be a little weird for the position I'm in now doing graphics, but prior positions within the industry, I've had some experience in other places. And one of the booths I happened to stop by was Square Coil. I'm familiar with them, software company, and it's kind of interesting to see what they're doing. So, of course, I asked a lot of questions and I stumped the poor girl, so she didn't get her box. But it was really kind of interesting. And I thought, well, I don't know, this software could have some legs. It's kind of cool. So it's something maybe to look into, but something out of what I do, but I think it's really good for the industry to have that kind of stuff here.
No, what is that? What is?
It's an ERP system, but it also helps you with shop management and billing and all kinds of stuff. Customer, CRM software, part of it. So, and I asked them about who some of their typical customers are and how many they have. And, they've got a lot, but most of them are smaller companies, but it looks like it would work in a lot of different applications. So kind of cool checking that out.
Are they mainly geared towards sign industry or are they multi-industry?
Typically towards sign industry.
Okay.
So they're not too far from where the hub is at.
Yeah, they are. They're right.
Yeah.
They're right there. Yeah.
So, anyway, but that was one of the cool things I saw out there that it may not relate to what I'm doing now, but it's still kind of neat to see.
Yeah.
So I'm seeing vendors out there that may join our expo in October and potential new members. So I've run into a few. Of course, we're scanning badges. I think when I left the booth to come here, we're probably, I don't know, maybe 250 scans already.
Oh, yeah.
So trade show follow-up will be a challenge.
Yeah.
Sorting through as to who's going to cover what and all that kind of stuff. But
So that's a day and a half
yeah,
of exposure.
Mhm.
We already got that many scans. That's
Yeah.
interesting.
I was talking to one of our members that are part of the Illinois Sign Association, and he was saying that all the conversations he's having on the show floor are very meaningful. So they're pretty excited as far as that they're finding value in coming here as an exhibitor. And again, if you weren't able to attend this big event, we have our expo in October where we bring more of our local suppliers, and it's a little closer to home and easy to experience just in a day or do both days.
so talking about a couple of issues that we're seeing on the floor, everybody wants to talk about supply chain disruption. And it's not getting easier. What I'm finding out, what I'm hearing from a lot of people is they're dealing with it rather matter-of-factly. And what you said earlier, Brad, when there's bad news to deliver, people are just being upfront, honest, and open, and just sharing the information. There's no point in dodging things, and they're being fair and open about it. And I talked to a handful of wholesale sign manufacturers, asking them what their lead times were. And if they would have said those lead times a couple of years ago, you're going to say, well, how do you stay in business? And today, they're all in the same boat. So everybody's lead times have gone up. A lot of it is dependent on getting material, but everybody's committed to doing a good job and doing things right. So just kind of interesting, but everybody seems to be on the same page. It's very matter of fact. out on the floor.
And I know that's something that we're all facing, and not just in the sign industry, but across the world or across the US is retaining good employees. And how do you keep them engaged? And so if you have some really key players that you want to keep engaged in this industry, getting them enrolled in part of an organization like this, they get to see the size and scope of the industry and experience it, and then they develop a love for the industry, and so it's well worth investing, sending your employees out to an expo like this, or if they're a young professional, encouraging them to apply to the LEAD program, just as both, I think you've been in LEAD, on myself and now Dan, so.
Rush, you may want to check, there may be some chat questions that came in. I saw some things flash on the screen, just in case there were some questions, or if any comments from the audience.
Glad that we're doing this and they feel like they're a part of the show. We can open it up to questions.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Does anybody have any questions for us?
Anyone you want us to scope out,
Yeah.
bring some. We should have had some samples.
Yeah, right. It has been interesting to hear that everyone you talk to is busy. Everyone's got a backlog, everyone's got their hands full, which again has some challenges, but it's encouraging to hear that everyone's busy right now. And the supply chain is part of that, but I mean, that's a good thing for the industry as a whole.
Yeah, I was talking to a local sign company that does installs in Texas, and they were 10 weeks booked out solid. And I was like, that could be part of the
And I ran into one customer that came by the booth and they had 5 people from their shop. I said, wow, it's great. You got 5 people from their shop. He says, yeah, but we're so busy. We have no business being here, but we're thrilled to be here
I
anyway.
heard that a couple times
Yeah.
too.
Yeah.
So they took the time to be here. They're not disappointed. And they said it's gonna be worth their time and effort to be here. They're gonna bring home some good stuff. But they purposely made the challenge to just leave their shop behind, and they said it'll be here when we get back. So, yeah.
It's hard to carve out that time, but it's important.
Hi there, it's Russ Salzman again, your executive director, and I want to thank everybody from the association, our board and members for participating in the Zoom cast live from Atlanta in the Sign Expo. You did hear a plug for our expo, not quite the same size, but exciting nevertheless, which will be on October 11th and 12th in 2022 in Tinley Park, Illinois. But before that, and I see that Sean Ensign from Legacy Sign Group is on the call with us today. Sean and his partner Sean will be hosting us at Legacy on June 15th for a meet and greet that'll begin at the noon hour, sponsored by our industry partners. So Sean, thanks in advance for hosting that event with us, and we look forward to seeing many of you when you can join us for our live version regionally in Illinois. So Henry, Tabitha, Sarah, Jim, Dan, Brad, great to have you with us, and thanks for taking the time out of your schedule. I think we all have a few more appointments to make, so we're signing off from ISA Expo and glad that you were able to join us today. Thanks.
Thank you.
Thank you.